The episode begins with Alicia and Jill at the academy. Jill casually suggests they skip class and sneak out, but Alicia declines, explaining that skipping would make all her hard work meaningless. She heads to the lecture hall, greeting her peers, only to be met with surprise. The students question her presence, and Alicia reveals she's joined their class, having found the lower-level lessons far too easy and dull. Her blunt confidence, however, comes across as arrogant, irritating her classmates. Liz steps in, urging the class to stay calm. While Alicia's words were harsh, Liz insists isolating her is wrong and encourages everyone to welcome her instead. Liz then greets Alicia warmly, but to everyone's shock, Alicia pointedly ignores her and chooses a seat far away. After class, Liz approaches Alicia, inviting her to lunch. Alicia coldly refuses, stating she has no intention of befriending her. Undeterred, Liz presses on, saying she genuinely wants to start over and share stories. Alicia, taken aback by Liz's kindness, silently marvels, is this girl even human? She must be an angel. Despite her admiration, she declines, blaming her bad mood, and walks off with Jill. Later, in the garden, Alicia reflects on her role as the villain. She admits it feels wrong to compare herself to Liz, the heroine, but also questions her feelings for the Duke. Jill suggests distancing herself to gain clarity, but Alicia refuses, saying it would feel like running away, something a proper villain would never do. "I want to be the perfect villain," she declares with determination. The focus shifts to Liz and others at lunch. Meanwhile, the Duke sits alone, deep in thought. Alicia notices his somber mood and approaches to apologize for her previous harshness. Fully embracing her villain persona, she confidently steps closer, grabs his chin, and declares, "Listen up. I'll never watch someone I care about from afar. I'll protect them openly, with my own hands." The Duke, taken aback, laughs and promises not to hold back anymore, challenging her resolve. Their moment is cut short when someone requests the Duke's input for the upcoming music festival. As he excuses himself, Alicia finds herself unexpectedly pleased. Even minor interruptions seem to fuel her ambition to be the ultimate villain. Later, a fellow student apologizes and invites Alicia to follow them somewhere. Alicia coldly refuses, retorting, "I won't follow someone without a reason. Do you think I'd tag along so easily?" When the student fumbles and drops their books, Alicia wordlessly uses magic to lift them, leaving the girl's intentions ambiguous as she walks away. After school, Alicia receives a letter inviting her to the Rose Garden. When she arrives, Jane, one of Liz's sisters, sarcastically thanks her for coming and accuses her of bullying their friend Mara out of jealousy. Jane claims Alicia targeted Mara because she couldn't stand losing to Liz, the virtuous heroine. Confused, Alicia denies the accusations, insisting she doesn't recall any such events. Jane then plays a recording of Alicia's harsh words. Though the recording seems edited and incomplete, it stirs the crowd against her. Alicia defends herself, asserting she's innocent and that judging people based on partial evidence is foolish. Her defiance angers the group further, who remain convinced of her guilt. Suddenly, Carol, another student, steps forward to defend Alicia. She argues that the accusations lack evidence and urges the group to hear Alicia's side. Alicia is startled by Carol's unexpected support. However, Jane dismisses Carol's words and insists the recording is proof enough. However, Mill arrives unexpectedly, holding proof of Alicia's innocence. She plays the unedited recording, which provides critical context missing from the altered version. Everyone is stunned as the full truth comes to light. Mill confronts the group, questioning, "Why are there two recordings that sound almost identical? One of them must be fake. Do you really think an earth magic specialist can't tell the difference?" Mara, trembling, admitted, "Jane ordered me to do it. She said she needed a reason to turn everyone against Alicia. I was too scared to refuse." Jane, now enraged, tries to redirect the blame to Alicia, accusing her of being rude to Liz. Liz is kind and strong for tolerating Alicia's harshness, Didn't you all say you couldn't stand her either? That's why I felt it was my duty to punish her, Jane declares. But Liz steps forward, apologizing to Alicia. This is my fault, she admits. Jane protests. I did it for you. Even if you didn't ask me to, I couldn't just turn a blind eye. Remaining composed, Alicia replies, You didn't do anything wrong. I understand your reasoning. I won't accept your apology, but I won't dismiss it either. Mill then approaches Alicia and says, Let's leave. There's so much I want to talk to you about. As they leave the tense scene, Alicia suddenly asks Mill, Who are you? There's no way you could have recorded that conversation so perfectly unless you knew what was going to happen. You weren't even there. Mill smiles and responds, I'm your biggest admirer. Your silky black hair, radiant pale skin, sharp words, and fiery, determined eyes, they're magnificent. I also can't stand Liz. She meddles in others' lives, pretending she understands them, and yet people follow her. There's no evidence she uses spells or tools to influence minds, but it's suspicious how most remain silent and compliant. Only a few resist her, likely to avoid trouble. Mill continues, I admired how you opposed Liz in the Rose Garden. You were brilliant. Watching you gives me strength. Before Alicia can reply, the Duke appears, striking Mill lightly on the head. I apologize for the trouble caused by my subordinate, he says. Mill is my personal spy. She's eccentric but a genius with earth magic. Rubbing her head, Mill explains, Earth magic allows sound recording and lets you erase your presence. That's how I recorded the conversation. The Duke adds, I asked her to keep an eye on you, but only occasionally. She has her own duties, and I didn't want her to infringe on your freedom. I love seeing you full of life. But now that you know, I'll reconsider my approach. Mill's decision to reveal herself was unplanned, but I'm glad it allowed me to speak with you directly. Alicia responds with a smirk. So you knew all along that I play the role of the villain. That makes me feel like a co-conspirator, not that I mind. Suddenly, she gasps. Oh no, I just remembered something important, she dashes off, with Jill following her. Alicia feels slightly disappointed in herself, wishing to be the kind of lady who could make even a princess's heart race. The two then head to Rowena Village, where Will has implemented some notable changes. He reveals a stunning truth. He is the older brother of the current king, and his full name is Seeker. With this shocking revelation, the episode comes to an end. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content.